All right, looks like I got it working. Yeah, Restream can be kind of odd sometimes, so my apologies. Um, Now that I got that figured out, I would like to try to get into the zone. So enjoy some good tunes and some good painting. And if you got any questions or comments, definitely jump in. Don't be afraid to. I'll have a chat up. And I like chatting for a while, and yeah, we'll keep rocking. Yeah, so it looks like my Photoshop's glitching out a little bit. So I'm gonna continue paint for, I don't know, maybe another 10, 15 minutes or so. Get a nice quick little stream in. Just trying to get back in a proper routine after kind of the crazy week I had. Um, yeah, I don't know. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's doing all right. It is very weird weather right now because I think we're getting a lot of haze and smoke coming through. It's given this really eerie kind of yellowish orange vibe to the whole area, which is kind of uncommon. So, I mean, we get a lot of like morning fog, but like other than that, it's not usually like this. But the plan is, I think I'm gonna start doing more art streams and then switching between that and game dev, and then also with that gaming. So I do have these channels all separated out. I have my art channel SW Rand on YouTube. I have Stever Storm, which is just going to be my gaming content for the most part, and then the game dev, I'm either gonna keep on the SW Rand channel, kind of just keep that all art focused and do it through that, or maybe I'll start a new channel just for that. I'm not really sure. So I don't know if I want to be like the solo dev, you know. But we've been hard at work on some good things that I'm really excited to try to bring out soon. And I hope everyone's there for that and shows up for that, because that will be very helpful. What else is new? I don't know. It's just been a wild few weeks, I think. But I've been hard at work on these things. Can't wait to reveal to you, and hope you're there for the ride. So, anyhow, let's get back to it. Keep on keeping on, and we're gonna keep painting. That's a good example of how you can be using. Sorry if you hear that bird in back. I don't know. He just showed up at like right in front of my house, started singing. Um, but I think I'm gonna call it today. Just super quick stream, just getting the gears back. Gonna try to get into a proper routine. I know I keep saying that, but I think it's time. And that is a good example of why you should always be checking your tones. Um, just that whole. This piece is extremely tough because you have to bounce illustrative principles with, like, are you trying to be realistic or are you trying to provide a good illustration? And that really kind of is dictating a lot in the lighting scenario here, because as much as this somewhat, you know, kind of realistic lighting, I think there would actually, and when I look back at my reference, there would be a lot more contrast. You wouldn't be able to see a lot of the mid-range tones here and here because they'd be all blown out by the fire here. And so we're trying to balance just good painting with that right now. And basically, in doing that, I laid down a couple of washes to lighten up everything, and I had essentially taken all my shadows out, my darkest dark shadows out. And that's a good example of why you just want to check your tones by using a grayscale over it. There's a couple of ways of doing it. You can just do black and white, or you can do, it's a color fill with black. I think you have to have it, yeah, you put it on color, and then you get a little bit more accurate there. Plus, I'm always using the navigator up in the top corner here to kind of check everything as I'm working, especially on those like smaller details and stuff. So yeah, today was just kind of like me getting the rust off, making sure my streaming setup works, and just kind of getting my feet wet again and dropping in some dark shadows and kind of working those a little bit. You can see a great difference just on those, like, going into those little knit corners, and then, you know, digging in some shadows in there. It really makes things pop. It's easier for your eye to understand, and even as this is just a really bright piece, so I think I'm gonna work on kind of darkening the foreground, giving a little bit more depth in that space, maybe bringing in some fog or atmosphere or something. Then I don't know, it's getting pretty good up here. I'm gonna clean up these curtains, and then I'm pretty much gonna try and call it after that. Actually, I'm probably gonna redo these pauldrons too. We'll redo these pauldrons, maybe her corset a little bit. Corset. Why can't I say that? Corset. I gotta maybe fix her facial expression as well. I think that's when that was of my old style, or not style, but technique. And you know, just as I moved along in this piece, the lighting kind of changed, and I tried to kind of just fake it, but I'm probably just gonna redo that as well. But I'll tell you, it's been nice getting back to painting, being creative. As much as I absolutely love programming and game dev, Unreal Engine, it's nice to just sit there with like a paintbrush on canvas, get back to my roots, you know. Doesn't mean we won't be having game dev stuff. I actively will be bringing that in and trying to incorporate any of the work I am doing moving forward towards working towards my game dev projects. If you want to continue to see what I'm up to, please like, follow, subscribe, and do all those fun things. I really appreciate every single one of you. You're all beautiful people.